Chrisley Knows Best fans are abandoning the famous family. They're calling for the cancellation of their reality series. This comes after a jury determined that Todd and Julie CHRISLEY will face federal charges of fraud and tax evasion. TV show's ace was the first to report the verdict from their short-lived trial. On Tuesday, June 7, the CHRISLEY family trended on social media for all the wrong reasons. A jury found Todd and Julie CHRISLEY guilty. They could face 30 years in prison. For now, they've been ordered to home confinement. Now fans are calling for the family's cancellation. Will USA Network cancel CHRISLEY Knows Best? Per The Hollywood Reporter, the USA Network plans to keep CHRISLEY Knows Best on the air despite the verdict. The network renewed the show for another season. The cable network plans to air the second half of CHRISLEY Knows Best's 9th season on Thursday, June 23. Some fans have been looking forward to the return of their favorite family. However, the tide changed since their conviction. Those fans are calling for the cancellation of the franchise. The reality series was the network's highest-watched show. A week before the trial started, parent company NBC Universal announced their future plans with the troubled family. They filmed the new season months before the trial. Earlier this week, a jury found Todd CHRISLEY and his wife Julie CHRISLEY guilty of fraud and tax evasion. The couple could face 30 years in prison. They were previously accused of evading their taxes from 2008 to 2016. Per Insider, they were also convicted of bank fraud, conspiracy to commit bank fraud, and tax fraud, among other charges. Julie was convicted of the same charges as her husband, including wire fraud. Now the reality stars could end up behind bars, according to the report. They won't find out their punishment for a few more months. Now that the court found them guilty, fans want to cancel them out. Fans want the CHRISLEYs canceled. In lieu of the verdict, CHRISLEY Knows Best fans are calling for their cancellation. Most of them took to Twitter to share their thoughts about the verdict. Most of them are calling for the cancellation of the reality series. They're still tweeting about the CHRISLEYs at the time of this article. However, not all the fans support the cancellation. One wrote, "They better not cancel CHRISLEY Knows Best. Ick if they did fraud. I love their show." Another asked, "Are they gonna cancel that CHRISLEY show? I like that little nanny." What are your thoughts? Do you think USA Network should cancel CHRISLEY Knows Best? Do you still plan to watch the show? Sound off below in the comment section. In the world of reality television, where the line between entertainment and reality is often blurred, the CHRISLEY family had long been a staple on the small screen. CHRISLEY Knows Best was more than just a show. It was a glimpse into the glamorous, chaotic, and often eccentric life of the CHRISLEY clan. However, as the tides of public opinion shifted, a storm brewed on social media, leading to an unexpected exodus of fans and a resounding call for the cancellation of the once-beloved show. The unraveling began with whispers of legal troubles that echoed beyond the confines of the carefully scripted episodes. The CHRISLEYs, known for their opulent lifestyle and southern charm, found themselves thrust into a real-life drama that unfolded not on the soundstage, but in the unforgiving glare of courtroom lights. The allegations were serious, the charges severe, and the once unbreakable facade of the CHRISLEY family was starting to show cracks. As the legal battle played out in headlines, the court of public opinion became an arena where fans and critics clashed. Supporters rallied behind the family, while skeptics seized the opportunity to condemn what they perceived as a charade of perfection. In the midst of the controversy, the once loyal fan base began to fracture, leaving the CHRISLEYs to navigate turbulent waters as the show's future hung in the balance. The hashtag #CancelCHRISLEY began to trend on social media platforms, a rallying cry for those who believed that the alleged misdeeds of the family were irreconcilable with the image they had presented on screen. The court of public opinion, once a fickle ally, now became a harsh judge, jury, and executioner. The CHRISLEYs, aware of the growing discontent, attempted to address the controversy head-on. Social media platforms became a battleground where the family sought to defend their reputation and salvage the remnants of their once unassailable image. However, as each attempt at damage control unfolded, it seemed that the court of public opinion had already rendered its verdict. The fans, once enamored by the glamorous escapades and witty banter of the CHRISLEY family, felt a sense of betrayal. The laughter that had echoed through living rooms during the show's episodes now seemed like a distant memory. The family that had been adored for its quirks and endearing dynamics was now under scrutiny, with each episode scrutinized for signs of incongruity with the reality playing out beyond the television screen. The abandonment of the Chrisleys by their once loyal fan base was a gradual process, a slow burn fueled by a sense of disillusionment and the perceived gap between reality and the carefully curated narrative presented on the show. The comments section of social media posts, once a haven of praise and adoration, became a breeding ground for discontent and demands for accountability. In a desperate attempt to salvage their reputation, the Chrisleys decided to confront the controversy within the very medium that had catapulted them to fame. An emotional video posted on their official social media accounts featured tearful pleas for understanding, vows of innocence, and promises of transparency. The comments that followed were a battleground of conflicting opinions, with some expressing empathy and others dismissing the pleas as orchestrated performances. The cancellation calls grew louder as the legal saga continued to unfold, each twist and turn intensifying the scrutiny on the Chrisley family. The network airing Chrisley Knows Best found itself caught in the crossfire, faced with a dilemma that transcended ratings and advertising revenue. The question of whether to stand by a once popular family or bow to the pressures of an outraged audience became a precarious balancing act. The family's attempts at redemption only fueled the flames of criticism. A carefully orchestrated public appearance, where the Chrisleys showcased a united front, was dissected for inconsistencies and perceived insincerities. The once charming patriarch's witty one-liners now seemed like a smokescreen, a desperate attempt to divert attention from the looming shadows of legal troubles. As the storm of controversy raged on, the once thriving social media presence of the Chrisleys dwindled. The fan base, once a devoted community, had scattered, leaving behind a digital landscape marred by negative sentiments and calls for accountability. The cancel culture that had taken root was a force to be reckoned with, and the Chrisleys found themselves at the mercy of an audience that had once embraced them with open arms. In the midst of the chaos, the question of whether the show could weather the storm and continue became increasingly uncertain. The network, faced with the dilemma of alienating a dedicated fan base or standing by a family entangled in legal troubles, entered into a delicate dance of decision-making. The future of Chrisley Knows Best hung in the balance, and the once thriving franchise faced the stark possibility of fading into the annals of reality television history. The saga of the Chrisley family and the call for cancellation underscored the volatile relationship between reality and perception in the realm of celebrity. The unraveling of the once beloved family served as a cautionary tale, a reminder that the court of public opinion could be both a loyal ally and a ruthless adversary. As the echoes of cancellation reverberated, the Chrisleys faced the daunting task of rebuilding trust and navigating a future where the scripted narratives of reality television collided with the unpredictable twists of real-life drama.